You did it. All that work and all that toil, and here you go. Congratulations. Many thanks to Dean Halfond, faculty, staff, and administration at Boston University for having me speak here today. It is an honor to have this opportunity to address you in these great ceremonies. What I want to address in particular today is how much each of the graduates here have contributed to themselves, our society, and our nation as a whole. This is truly a great day, and it should be celebrated with great joy. Graduates are here from all over the world, from many walks of life, and have studied in many disciplines. The common thread among you is that you have all shared a vision of achievement and earned the gift of an honorable enterprise. You should be very proud. One interesting anecdote is that I have 3 degrees from 3 different universities, but I've never attended any of my graduation ceremonies. So today's a bit of a first for me. It's not like I would have had to worry about how to dress or anything. When I was invited to speak and I pondered the answer to the invitation, I thought, probably like most people do, why me? What interesting things could I say to these accomplished people? But then it came to me that I'm one of you. I went through the Met College experience. I've fought my way through the Boston traffic. I've fought my way through the Red Sox fans. We're probably the only people on earth who are actually glad if the Red Sox fall out of contention in September. We've all fought through the ice, snow, freezing rain, and gone to class. I know everyone goes to school online now, but back in the old days when I went, we showed up and did it the old-fashioned way. And we listened to the radiators go ping, ping, ping while we tried to listen to the lecturer, what he was having to say, or she was having to say. We endured all that, but I was also inspired to go here. Every time I walked past the Marsh Chapel and I saw the memorial to Dr. Martin Luther King, I was proud that someone that great studied here, and many other great men and women studied here. So today is a great day for me, and I'm proud to be here, proud to be one of you. Today I'd like to speak to you about gifts and vision and honor. Education is a gift that mankind has given itself since ancient times. When the first universities were established, rulers and governments knew that putting aside resources strictly so that knowledge could be gained for knowledge's sake was a valuable thing. The idea that knowledge was a benefit in itself accredited the power of the human mind to reason and to come up with works that bettered the condition of all humanity. Today, I would like to speak about the gifts the members of this graduating class have given themselves and the world by pursuing your goals at Met College. As I was preparing my marks, two things kept going through my mind, 2 sayings that I've always liked. One is, honor is a gift a man gives to himself. It's attributed to an ancient Scottish proverb. And then something my wife said when she was addressing the graduates of Cushing Academy last June. She's a trustee there. My oldest son, Devin, has graduated from there, from Cushing Academy. And my second son, Cameron, goes there now. But when she addressed the class there, she said, education is a gift, a great gift that has been given you. Nurture it, and it will yield you great benefits. It can never be taken from you. And I thought that was profound, and I want to talk about these 2 concepts of education as a gift and honor as a gift in relation to you and what you've done at Met College. But first, let's define our terms. Both honor and education are gifts that yield enduring, lifelong benefits. In all cases, honor is a conscious choice. We choose to do what is noble and good. In this sense, it is always a gift that we give ourselves. Education is a bit different. In one set of circumstances, education is given to us as a gift. In another, we choose to pursue it and earn the reward ourselves. In early life, you were required to get an education. Later in life, you chose to pursue excellence in education, and here you sit today. So the first represents a charitable act, perhaps by your parents. The second represents a noble choice you made. To achieve anything honorable, we must first have a vision. So in our first saying, honor is a gift one gives to themselves, it describes how we have to have a vision for a life of honor. We have to envision the benefits that will unfold from us acting honorably. The second saying is a bit different. It involves an initial vision that someone has for us. And what it's saying is we should have an appreciation for our first gift that was given to us. And then what we do with it, how we build on it, is truly the honorable choice we make and how we honor the first gift. So last June, as my wife addressed the graduates, she was really saying they've had this first gift given to them, and they should appreciate, nurture it, and do something with it. And the second vision they would have would be a mature choice that they make to achieve honor with the first gift. Many of them have. Our first son, Devin, is just back from his first year at Vanderbilt, and he's done a wonderful job honoring the gift his mother and I gave him of a great education. We're very proud. Many of his classmates may not have made such a good choice. And if they didn't, that's understandable, really, because not everyone has the depth of maturity to appreciate the gifts they've been given. You, in pursuing your dream at Met College, you have shown you've achieved that level of maturity. That's why it's such a noble thing. At a stage in your lives when you had the power to make other choices, you chose to better yourselves and take advantage of the opportunity at this great university. The difference between what transpired when you got out of high school now is you really worked hard and had a vision and realized it for something more powerful in your life. You took action to realize your vision. The trouble with vision, the trouble with having a vision and realizing it is it's hard. As St. Augustine said in his famous 4th century AD work, Confessions, "O Lord, grant me chastity and grant me continence, but not now." This is understandable. It's hard to realize our goals. We often know the correct path to take, but it's tough. It takes pain, it takes toil, it takes sacrifice. So we put it off. You were all different, however. You decided to accept the burdens that led to the rewards of an education. Despite the fact that many people want to improve, many don't know how to get started. But you and my son Spencer know how to get started on your goals. I want to tell you a story about my son Spencer and my son Cameron. Spencer's now 13 years old. When he was 12, he said to me, "Dad, I want to be a better athlete. Should I do push-ups?" I said, "Sure, Spence, you should do push-ups." He said, "Dad, what if I can only do 9 push-ups?" Well, Spence, if you can do 9 push-ups, do 9. And then tomorrow do 10, and then the next day do 11, and you'll get stronger and stronger. Spencer smiled, and then his brow furrowed a bit, and he said, "But Dad, what if I can only do 5 push-ups?" It was my turn to smile. I said, "Spence, don't worry. If you can do 1 push-up, do 1 push-up. Tomorrow do 2 push-ups. The next day do 3 push-ups. And pretty soon you'll be doing 100 push-ups." Spencer took my advice. Ever since that day, he's been doing push-ups, and every night when I get home, he tells me, "Dad, I did this many triangle push-ups, I did that many wide-angle push-ups, and they all add up to more than 100, so he can do more than 100 push-ups." Cameron, my son, who's a 17-year-old, he did a similar thing with doing drills to get good enough to be on the varsity at Cushing Academy. And that's a big deal because one of their varsity athletes is coming here next year to play basketball for BU. So it's no small feat to play varsity basketball. In both Spencer and Cameron's case, all it took for them to improve was the will to improve and some encouragement. And that story reminds me of Met College. There are people in the audience tonight who decided to do the work to improve themselves. I can imagine they went to work one day and someone had the Met College catalog. They borrowed it. They decided to take a class. They took that one class. That gave them the confidence to take another class, and then another, and then another, and now you're sitting here tonight. And that is truly a noble thing. The fact that you had the courage to take these classes and realize this vision toward your dream is noble. It is the classic American story of self-improvement. It plays out on Commonwealth Avenue every year. With a mustard seed of determination, people take advantage of the opportunity here and improve themselves and the lives of their children. This is truly a great thing. It's a truly honorable endeavor. I believe it is in the better nature of man to take on challenges and actions and visualize a better life, despite the fact that we'll have to undergo great hardship and perform great effort. William Bradford in 1630, speaking about the founding of the Plymouth Bay Colony, said that all great and honorable actions are accompanied with great difficulties, and both must be enterprised and overcome with answerable courage. As with the early settlers of Massachusetts, you shouldered the burdens of realizing your vision. At many times it was not easy for them, at many times it was not easy for you, but you kept at it and achieved a great result. In completing the work for your degree, you made many sacrifices. You also gained many things: knowledge, self-discipline, but most of all, confidence. Confidence that you could do things you were not sure you could accomplish before. Many of us who went through a degree program at Metropolitan College had other things to do, and we committed ourselves to those, despite the fact we were husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, and we entered a fast-paced degree program. We did this and are the better for it. So this is the type of accomplishment the marathon runner gains by completing the course. It is the kind of accomplishment that can only be earned. This is truly a great gift you have given yourselves. As great as personal honor, and it cannot be taken away. I believe, though, there are other reasons you pursued this dream. Anyone who has the determination and skill to do what you have done has another unique characteristic of the human spirit: the desire to inspire others, the desire to lead by example. I believe it is also in the nature of man to inspire others to achieve great things along with themselves. I believe you got your degree to help yourself directly, but you knew, at least subconsciously, it would inspire others to follow your example. It's likely not something that you think about, but you're having a profound impact on your community. By setting aggressive goals and striving to achieve them, you gain a confidence and pride that is priceless and infectious. By driving yourselves forward, you help drive the aspirations of others forward. They now notice what you have done, and they follow your example. This cycle of virtue will continue, and society will be improved as a result. It is this cycle that extends the general welfare of mankind. You have cast the light of accomplishment into your community. This is another, this is another honorable endeavor. So, now that you've graduated, I'd like you to realize the work is not done. You must continue to strive for greatness. Many of you will start companies, charities, head organizations, make great scientific discoveries, and do all kinds of wonderful things. While you are doing these things, it is important that you continue to lead by example and set goals that test the limits of your abilities. Enjoy the fruits of your labors, but continue with the vision of your lives and push for greatness. It is your responsibility to do so. It is the only way that you will measure and determine the vastness of your own potential. We may never know our best unless we push for what we are not sure we can accomplish. By way of example, I'd like to cite the American space program of the 1960s. It was not obvious to everyone in our society then why we should spend the time and the money to send men to the moon and bring them back to the Earth. President John F. Kennedy, though, he knew that by directing our national will toward this great goal, he would galvanize us to achieve great things that would better mankind. In a speech at Rice University in September of 1962, he said, "We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one which we intend to win." Like President Kennedy, we must all find our own space program. Now that we are graduates of this great program together, I challenge each and every one of you to choose a noble endeavor that will measure and test the best of your energies and skills. Pick a path that will challenge you as much as obtaining your degree did. You chose to pursue an education not because it was easy, but because it was hard. It's something not everyone can do. This is the nobility of your effort at Met College. Find another endeavor and follow it as ardently as you did to obtain your degree. This will be your second noble calling. The dignity of a vision realized. Other graduation ceremonies are being held in the Boston area this spring, but none of them display the dignity and accomplishment of its graduates like this one. Gaining a degree from Boston University, Met College, is not just the marking of an academic achievement. It is the culmination of a quest to which you all dedicated yourselves a number of years ago. You have gained the dignity of making and surviving great sacrifice and growing stronger from it. This sets you in this day apart from all others. The day that each of you decided to dedicate yourselves to the pursuit of knowledge, instead of a number of other things, is the day that you set your lives on the path to achieving honor. This is enough on its own, but the greater gift you have given yourselves is the dignity and confidence that you now possess from achieving the hard-fought goal of obtaining your degree. I am very glad to be here to celebrate the culmination of your dream today. I thank you for listening to me, and I just say congratulations.